right, we're back here at the TACP Roundup. I have Victor with me to talk about TACP stuff, I'm assuming?
Whatever you'd like to talk about. But first, I'd like to talk about, thank you for having me on. It is one of those things that you should never forget. My dad, in his youth, he always told me, the greatest things you ever say in life are please and thank you, because they take care of other people. So let me get that out first. Next, I want to say, as a career TACP of 30 years all the way through, I can tell you that the TACP Association has done great things for other TACP. They've taken care of our brothers in so many ways. And here's what I'm going to tell you. I got a call, me and my wife got a call in the middle of the night of a young TACP that was living his life wrong. He had seen too much. He had thought too much. He had gone so far as configuring his truck as a combat vehicle. That's how far it was. And I called him up. I said, what do you need? We love you. This can't go on. And he's like, I don't know what to do. I called the TACP Association, and they engaged. And within 5 days, he was at an inpatient clinic, and he recovered. And now he is a phenomenal individual, 2 daughters, and his life makes a difference. Our career field and this brotherhood makes a difference.
Right.
Tonight, we're enjoying beers with each other, and we're talking about that. But I was in a community where if you threw a grenade, all of us would jump on it. In this life, it is hard to find that.
Right.
And I don't know where we find that, ever.
I don't know. I think that's one of the reasons we all stick around and stay globbed onto this community, right? It's because of that closeness and that understanding, and just that willingness to have each other's back no matter what.
No matter what. It makes no difference that we stay together, we do the right things the right way at the right time. Right. That we've had some unfortunate things happen, and we've lost some brothers in combat. We've lost some to accident. But you know something? We've never lost some brothers to each other. And that says a whole lot.
Right.
It just does.
And this thing tonight is sponsored by the TACP Association?
It is.
Okay, and are you on the board or anything?
I'm not on the board, and I would, if I was called to serve, of course, I would serve my brothers every day and twice on Sunday.
Nice.
I'm currently a TAC officer at the Citadel, and again, I'm giving back because that's what we're called to do.
Okay.
We've all of the chiefs here, all of the gentlemen that retired have been successful. We've already been successful. Now it's time to be significant. What we can do for someone else to change somebody else's life. Because at the end of the day, that's what matters. That's what matters.
Yeah.
Nothing else.
I mean, I think we're all just here to try to make everything a little bit better, right?
It is.
You know, you grow up, when you're like a young TACP or a special warfare airman, it's kind of all about you. You want to get out there and prosecute the mission and do what you do. But as you grow older, you want to take care of, where you were and the folks that come up, behind you. And just make everything as good as it possibly can be, and use that experience that you gained as a young person, right? And all the mentorship that was poured into you, and then pass it on.
That's it. And from what I understand, and I've always understood, it's not about me. The term is, I've never respected any service member, regardless of rank or service. Anybody who's ever said, it's I and me. It's about us and we. Leaders don't talk that way.
Right.
You just don't. And I can assure you that anybody you talk to after me will say the same thing. It's no different. It makes no difference about color, creed, religion. All of us are the same.
Right.
Absolutely the same.
It's good to hear things like that these days, because sometimes people want to focus on different things, but that's what it is. It's the community, it's a shared passion and focus about doing whatever needs to be done, right? And you were a TACP for 30 years.
30 years.
So, when did you get into it? Why did you become a TACP? All those other things that led you here.
Here's the funny part about this, right? I was going to NYU. I wanted to be a stockbroker. I wanted to make money. My dad, God rest his soul, old Puerto Rican dad, he had raised. That's not the first time he blew in my ear either. It's okay.
Fine.
It's okay. I'm used to that. So my dad, again, I was on my way to a stockbroking gig because I thought money mattered. I did.
Yeah.
Because that meant success. right? That's the standard of success. My brothers all millionaires in their own right. You name it, they've done it. I was the youngest. I was at college, and my dad called one day, and I told my Puerto Rican dad to get off my back that I'm doing well. That doesn't go well. Didn't go well. He gave the phone to my mom. He said my dad was upset. And my dad's last line before he got off was, I wonder what you're going to do when your tuition check doesn't come. My dad was an old school man, God rest his soul. He said what he did, did what he said. My tuition check didn't come. It was Wednesday night when I found that out.
Right.
I had a choice. I could work overtime at the job I had with my brother Jose, who was the manager at Wallach's men's store in what was then the World Trade Center.
Oh, dang.
So my brother said I could give you overtime, Vic. Go crawl to dad, apologize, and school be paid for. The younger son was like, no. So I had a choice. I could go to work, or I could kick it at the club for 4 days and join service. Which one did you say I did?
Join the service.
I joined the greatest service in the world. No one comes close. The Air Force. And I got to be a TACP for 30 years. And I never regretted it. I've seen phenomenal things. I've seen young men do great things. I've watched them do it. I prayed for them while they did it. And God has blessed them.
Yeah.
And I can't compare them. No question.
So looking around tonight, there's a lot of young TACPs around. What do you think about the latest crop of guys coming up?
I'm going to tell you that I'm a little jealous. And here's why. We used to smoke each other. My knees are shot. My shoulders are shot. My heart is fine. My heart doesn't pump Kool-Aid. It still pumps blood, thank God. But I'm going to tell you, the greatness of it is they have a strength and conditioning coaches, 2 of them. They have a gym on premises. They have a physical therapist, and they have a psychologist or a social worker to help them through life.
Right.
That is one of the greatest things that I helped assist in my career, and I'm most proud of.
Right. I mean, and that's one of those things, right? Like you work your whole career to get the next generation certain things, and then you look back and it's, a little bit of jealousy, right? Because like they end up with all the good stuff that you worked hard for, but a little bit of jealousy.
Here's what I'm gonna tell you, man, and I see that, but leaders can't be jealous,
right?
And as leaders, we need to go. We work for the next generation, just like we have children. We make it better, and you have to leave it better than you started. My dad, God rest his soul, was like, Andrew, leave a legacy. And I think I left that. 6 of the 22 chiefs in this career field worked for me at one time.
Oh, dang.
I can't ask for better.
There it is.
Talk about leaving a legacy. But again, there are gentlemen like Roger Cross here, Marty Klukas, Chief Olela. Those are my heroes. A little more than a men, a little less than gods. And they laid the foundation for the rest of us. So when I look at that, I can't help but think, I wore the same stripes they wear.
Right.
Wow. What a legacy to leave.
Yeah. I think we're always trying to live up to that, right? And do you think you're ever going to see a time where the military doesn't need people like TACPs?
No. You're always going to need somebody new precision strike. Always. That's never going to change. We were invented or conceived to stop fratricide. Again, there's never going to be a time. There may be less of us, but there's never going to be none of us.
But that particular type of person is always going to make a difference.
Always make a difference. The never quit, the never stop, the I will get it done. We've done it time and time again.
Yep.
Nothing is greater than the spirit. The sword does not outlast the spirit. Only the spirit outlasts the sword. And as leaders, as men, we understand that. I hope to pass that on to my son.
Awesome. Well, Victor, I have to ask one question before we wrap. It's the same question we always ask. If you have one piece of advice for someone that's looking into special warfare or TACP, thinking about joining, what would that one piece of advice be?
I'm going to tell you that it's going to be the greatest time of your life. But make sure that you understand that the person to the left and the right of you matters. Make sure you understand these 4 things. This is what you need in life to be successful in anything, just not in TACP. And this comes straight from Vic Peña. You need a love to long for. I have my magnificent wife who loved me through 30 years. I can't replace her. A great friend to laugh with because you need to laugh. You need to. It hasn't done. An enemy to hate. We have Al-Qaeda. We have Hamas. We have so many, the shining path. We forget about those. And lastly, you need a great chief, senior NCO, somebody to look up to. And I hope I was that for them. If you find those 4 things in life, you will be successful, regardless of the things you do.
I think they've got it. I appreciate you coming on.
I appreciate you,
Appreciate
brother.
your time.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Absolutely.
God bless America and God bless TACP for so long as we have it.
Absolutely. Thank you, Chief.